The Xero accounting software has been designed with small business owners in mind, which means that to do accounting in Xero, you don't actually have to learn accounting. You can manage your books of accounting while you are just recording your normal transactions of the business, like money in and money out. The accounting is all happening in the background automatically and seamlessly. But if you are an accountant, you know that you love to see the journal entries and the impact that how it is hitting different accounts and reports. So if you are an accountant, you are requested to continue watching this lecture, but if you are not an accountant, you don't really need this lecture and you can skip it. Now let's talk about the accounting journal entries. So far you have seen that we have only recorded the receive money, pay money transactions. And when we were doing that, we didn't even talk about the journal entry, the debit and the credit. And this is because Xero manages that itself in the background. Now, if you have to see the transaction itself, I mean the debit and credit entry itself, you can definitely do that. And for that, you will click on this accounting and click on reports. And here in the reports, you will scroll down, and here in this part where it says taxes and balances, you will see this journal report. You may like to star it to make it your favorites. And now if I click on this report, you will see that this report has opened. Just give it a second. And here you are able to see the debit and credit entries for each transaction. Let us filter down our data only for the 1st of August and click on update. And you can see you have 3 accounting entries made on 1st of August. The accounting entry number 1, number 2 and number 3. In accounting entry number 1, the owner introduced $10,000 into the business. So you can see what is happening. He deposited the money into petty cash, so petty cash has been debited and the owner's fund account, which is equity account, has been credited. Then we reversed this entry, actually we edited it to make $8,000. So you can see this entry for $8,000 here. So the original entry has been reversed and then an entry for $8,000 have been recorded. Similarly, you can apply the different dates to see the accounting entries happening in the background for every single transaction that you have recorded. So you will often need to see this report every time you are confused that what is the accounting that is happening in the background. Now one more question that you may like to ask, that can you actually record the manual journal yourself? Can you make the double entry directly in Xero? Well, yes you can, but that is not advisable. In Xero, you can record every single transaction from other screens that have been given there. But if you eventually like to do that, you can do it by clicking here, that is add new journal. And when you do it, you will see such a screen where you can directly record your debit entry and credit entry, the account to be debited and the account to be credited. But as advised before, please only do this manual journal if you are an accountant or bookkeeper and you understand the double entries, and also that there is no other way to record the transaction, only then use the manual journal. Otherwise, always prefer the other ways of recording the transactions like we have just seen and the others that we will be seeing in the upcoming lectures.